Hello everyone, my name is Nurul Afifa. This time I will review the video about the condition and impact of COVID-19 on rural social and economic change in Asia as the final test Adelita Pramantis Rural Sociology class. In the video I watched, it is found important points in the economic and social fields. Namely, the economic recovery after all business reopen and so that people can return to their activities as before the pandemic will take quite a long time. It also brought about economic uncertainty for a quite long time. Over time, the economic recovery will also restore the country's GDP and jobs will also begin to reopen. In addition, the pandemic also has an impact on the social sector, which in the video states a person's habits will also change after the pandemic is over, and we cannot predict that. In this case, I take a case study of the condition and impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on rural areas in Indonesia. Rural development policies in Indonesia have evolved, starting with the land reform policy implemented in the 1960s. Then the Green Revolution was implemented in the 1970s and 1980s. The Underdeveloped Village Program was implemented in the 1990s, and the Kecamatan Development Program was implemented in the 2000s, and the Protection Program was implemented in the 1990s. The social was held there afterward. This program have had a positive impact on rural livelihoods, but most of them have not been fully successful. Various implementation gaps can be identified in these programs, most of which lie in the weak bureaucratic capacity to implement programs, insufficient funding, and poor management of the poverty database. Therefore, the future of rural development in Indonesia will depend on the capacity of the government to manage the program. The political commitment of national and local leaders to create a pro-rural development budget and support from local institutions through decentralization to improve property allocation target. Since Indonesia's independence, many rural development policies have been implemented by the government. Each regime has formulated policies based on its political views. For example, during the Sukarno administration, which was heavily influenced by leftist ideology, the rural development policy was land reform, which aimed to reduce inequality in land tenure in rural areas. When the Suharto government took over, heavily influenced by modernization and capitalism, rural development policies were dominated by programs aimed at increasing productivity and bringing advanced technology to rural areas, including the Green Revolution and other infrastructure and capital-intensive programs. After that, when the Suharto regime collapsed and was replaced by a democracy, when the Suharto regime collapsed and was replaced by a democratic regime, rural development policies developed to include community empowerment and social protection programs. The COVID-19 pandemic and measures to prevent its spread have resulted in a severe global economic contraction. The crisis had a significant impact on Indonesia's economic growth and poverty reduction efforts. The Indonesian government has implemented an emergency fiscal stimulus package and temporarily expanded social assistance program to assist low-income families during the crisis. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused cross-sector impacts, in addition to health impacts and resistance on economic and social activity in the regions, causing pressure on economic activity and revenue in region and village. As a result, the COVID-19 virus has had an impact on the people in Gorontalo Province, especially in Bone Bolango Regency, especially in Lomaya village, and especially in the economic field. The people of Lomaya village feel the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, one of which is decrease in income, and many unemployed people do not have work during the COVID-19 pandemic in Lomaya village. Most of the profession of the population in Lomaya village are farmers, bento driver, coconut oil industry, laundry, tailors, and so on. When there was a COVID-19 pandemic, many people did not know and were confused because of the very fast transmission. The OECD Quarterly Nation Database 2020 report that at least 10 G20 countries experienced contraction for more than 10% in the second quarter of pandemic is much better than other G20 member countries, where Indonesia economic growth in the second quarter contracted by 5.3% or only lost to the two countries, namely South Korea and China. However, when compared to Indonesia economic growth in the first quarter of 2020, which was still positive at 2.97% year-on-year, the Indonesia economy experienced a significant decline. In general, the global COVID-19 pandemic has changed the social environment of society. The existence of this outbreak has made all elements work together to overcome people's living habits. By keeping the distance between individuals, not doing physical touch, as well as the habit to better maintain the cleanliness and health of oneself and others. This epidemic has also changed people's mindset to life and healthy life. Some small things that have changed from the pattern of social life in our society. For example, everyone talking in the home or office environment, we are reluctant to shake hands. Apart from being reluctant to shake hands, we also maintain a safe distance of 1 or 2 meters from the other person. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, communication was done directly, namely face-to-face interaction. However, during the pandemic, everyone must follow health protocols when carrying out daily activities. For example, in the community in Bali, socio-cultural life and local wisdom that have a positive impact during this pandemic are worship activity carried out at home with full wisdom. The application of Tat Tuam Asi teaching, which can be seen from the level of community awareness, and the COVID-19 official unit to help people affected by the pandemic by providing assistance or donation. In addition, the existence of this pandemic has increased public interest in protecting the surrounding environment, such as arranging the same peak with various kinds of plants, not traveling if you don't have an interest that can reduce congestion and air pollution, and maintain public place from waste problems. I think it's enough, and thank you. Bye.